What? Oh my God.
And one person believes that Brandy is on drugs and this is what's really going on. First of all, you have to understand something. Brandy is Beyonce before Beyonce. Understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm not playing. Y'all know how I get when it comes to Brandy, because these are all three great women in music up here. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Baby, I had to share this with you. There is some outrage right now because Brandy walked off the show. Okay, there is a tour, a major tour right now, The Boy Is Mine tour with Brandy and Monica, two legends in the music industry, the R&B. And I myself want to go to this concert very, very badly. This is very serious to me. I mean, years ago I had my video on here paying tribute to Brandy. Brandy is legendary. Monica is legendary. I have heard Monica before in concert. Amazing. And it is a dream come true and a once in a lifetime event to see Brandy. So, you know, despite this happening, and I'm going to show you the video, okay? Despite this happening, I still want to go to this concert. I want to see Brandy. It will be a dream come true. Okay, prices, you know, for the good seats are they're not cheap, but I want to go, okay? So, Brandy and Monica are on tour and people are pissed, as they should be. But Brandy said that she was dehydrated, and a lot of people don't want to hear it. A lot of people are upset. And from what I hear, she didn't sing some of the songs. Some songs she sung, some her and Monica did. Monica still continued with the show, even though Brandy left. And I'm going to show you what people are saying. Okay, now Brandy and Monica currently are on the cover of Essence magazine. I mean, these women are just amazing, and it's a dream come true to see them. And it is upsetting to go to the concert and you paid money, your dream is coming true, and Brandy leaves. But she said she was dehydrated. Other people said no, it was the sound, and they thought that she should have said something. Okay, so Brandy is that chick, always has been, and she was doing very well. She was doing very well. Looking great, moving, okay? And she looked fabulous. Monica looked fabulous. So what exactly happened?
What? Oh my God. No fucking way.
No, she's not.
What happened?
Brandy had a malfunction. Did you hear about the weak apology Brandy made after she walked off the stage in Chicago during the Boy Is Mine tour? R&B fans were stunned after paying good money for tickets to see the Boy Is Mine tour with Brandy and Monica last night in Chicago, when Brandy walked off the stage and never came back. Hours later, Brandy posted an apology online saying she felt dehydrated, she wasn't feeling well, and she needed to see a doctor. But fans weren't buying it. They said that apology was written by ChatGPT. Fans who were in attendance say that she was visibly upset about a tech issue. Her microphone wasn't working properly, and being a diva, she just walked off the stage, never to return. Monica, ever the professional, had to finish the concert all alone. The biggest blow, the two never even performed their famous duet, The Boy Is Mine, leaving some fans saying that they want refunds. Some fans are actually defending Brandy, saying she needs grace because she's older now and she hasn't been touring in a while. While other fans are saying, oh no, she's being spoiled and unprofessional. Our tickets start at $130 a piece. Fans are warning Brandy that she better leave that diva attitude alone for the rest of the tour, because although they love her and Monica, they love their time and their money more. What do you think of this story? Was Brandy being sincere with her apology, or she was just covering up for being a diva? Leave a comment to let me know. I'm Tierka with the T.
It was going great. Brandy and Monica concert was going great until Brandy was singing Baby Baby, and she announced in the middle of the song, the sound is weird, y'all. And it was, because it felt like the song was sped up, so she was like trying to catch up to the music, and she halfway through the motherfucking song, her ass walked off the stage, bitch. She didn't come back. Monica came out, sung Angel of Mine, and we ain't get no The Boy Is Mine. We ain't get 4 or 5 other songs that Brandy was supposed to sing. Her ass ain't come back out. Let's be clear about it. Monica sung her last little song. The lights turned on, bitch. It was time to go. So, with that being said, people was asking like, oh my God, I hope Brandy is okay. Brandy was okay. They fucked her sound up and she was like, bitch, I'm a vet. I ain't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I'm better than Monica out in this mug. Like, hell, I had a doll after me. I played Cinderella, goddammit. Listen, I was referenced by Tupac and Biggie. What we talking about? Okay? Like, I'm a legend in this motherfucker. Y'all can't get my sound together? I'm done. I ain't mad though.
I don't know. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that this is true because, again, they're saying it's dehydration, but you don't ever do anything like that to your fans just because you don't like something with the sound. People have been waiting to see you and have paid good money to see this once in a lifetime concert. And I'm not saying this is the case, even though some people are saying this. Absolutely not. That is highly insulting and disrespectful to the fans. It's not that damn serious. Okay, your fans wouldn't even care if something wrong with the mic. They just want to see you. And yeah, they do want to hear the music. It's going to be okay. Hopefully this is not what actually happened. Okay, let's just go the dehydration. Let's say it's that. I hope so, even though that's bad too. But Lord.
I actually saw Brandy and Monica in concert in their prime. When I used to be in performing arts, we used to travel all the time. And I saw both of them, so, you know, I'm not mad about that. But damn, motherfuckers in Chicago was mad as hell. Like, people all over Threads is pissed.
So, just left the Boys Mind concert early in the rain because Brandy and Monica cheated us. They ended the concert early. Brandy still had hits to sing. And because she was having technical difficulties where there was a lag in her vocals, they hurried up and put Monica on stage. She sung For You I Will, and the concert is over. We had been waiting 20-something years to hear these women sing this song, and we never got it. Something needs to be done because me personally, I'm a fan of both, but, you know, I waited too long and we spent too much money and we got too much going on in this country for us to just pay for concerts tickets to not, don't get me wrong, they did what they were supposed to do, but we came to hear The Boy Is Mine and we didn't even get it. We didn't get the Whitney tribute like the city before. We got, you know, we got what we got. They did what they were supposed to do, but we just got robbed. And we are upset that that concert was ended early because it was a vibe. You hear me? So yeah, I'm highly upset. As a fan of both, I'm very, very upset right now.
Brandy is shaking at Brandy and Monica's recent show in Chicago where they're doing their Boy Is Mine tour. Brandy abruptly walked off stage. Nobody knew why. Come to find out, she's still dealing with some health issues that she had been dealing with since the 90s. They said that she got dehydrated again. There's a lot to this story. Let's talk about it. Now, I've heard nothing but good things about Brandy and Monica's new tour. The theme of their tour is they want everybody dressed up like in suits, put your best like real grown woman gear on. So I really wanted to go. But in this particular tour, you see how Brandy is dressed. We're going to read the statement. She has on like a lot of heavier clothes. I'm sure it's cold in Chicago, especially right now. And she had on clothes to where if you are dehydrated, oh, you could have fainted at any minute. Here's what one of their fans said. They said, I went to the Chicago Boy Is Mine tour stop. Brandy walked off stage and said something like, give me a sec, y'all. And we never saw her again. Monica came out, monologued, sat, sung, and left. No bye, no nothing. The screen went off, the lights came on, and they told us to get out. We were all like... So that is from the perspective of the fans. This is the press junket that Brandy released today. Brandy said, to my dear fans of Chicago, Thank you for all the overwhelming love and support, and most importantly, your prayers. I sincerely apologize for the abrupt end to last night's performance in Chicago. After weeks of nonstop rehearsals, last night I experienced dehydration and feelings of wanting to faint. Everyone involved agreed that prioritizing my well-being was of the utmost importance. I still made the decision to try and return and give my all despite not feeling okay and having to make some adjustments and the show being very technical. Unfortunately, it was impossible to fully connect sonically with the production. I really appreciate everyone's best efforts. I am deeply grateful to my sister Monica for stepping up with such grace and professionalism, and the entire crew for the continued care and support. I went from the arena to see a doctor nearby and have taken the proper precautions to help moving forward. Your understanding, patience, and unwavering belief in me means the world to me. I look forward to returning to the stage stronger and more grateful than ever alongside my girl Monica tonight in Indianapolis. With all my love, Brandy. Brandy has been undergoing these fainting spells since the 90s, literally. I have the article from the New York Post in 1999. I'm going to read it to you. But just in October, 3 years ago in 2022, she had to be hospitalized again for dehydration and low amounts of nutrition.
Now, here's the thing. I'm going to share some comments under some of these videos. There are people who don't believe it's dehydration because this is an ongoing thing. There are some accusations being made about her. And look, I don't play about Brandy. You know, I love Brandy. I love Monica, but Lord, I love Brandy. Brandy was that. She still is that chick. She was that chick. And, you know, I do feel I would be upset coming to see her and she leaves the stage. I don't hear anything. You know, this is a nightmare, really, because I do want to go to this concert. So some people don't like how she handled it. Okay, so let's see more of this video and a few more reactions from people who were there and who bought their tickets. Let's see.
Now, I don't know the base of Brandy's health issues, but Brandy is a very small girl. Everyone, we've always known her to be no more than $150, if that. So Brandy is someone who is also from that generation where thin was super in. If you had even 1 ounce of fat on you, they were fatty 2x4 in you quick. Remember, Faith Evans had the same body that Megan Thee Stallion has today. And Diddy had her in the Soon As I Get Home video and ruffle feathers up to here because they didn't want to show her body. Just trying to give you the mindset of those times. So Brandy, being the constant professional, being...
To pause it, no, Faith Evans was never that damn small. Megan Thee Stallion is 5'11" and she is thin. Yes, she has curves, but that woman is thin. Faith Evans was never that damn thin. Like, let's stop it. Let's stop it. Yes, she was curvy and beautiful, but she was never a thin woman.
Picture perfect black girl. Let's just be honest. Brandy was the pinnacle. She was the Cinderella. She had to come perfect. So I'm sure that was a really hard standard, and over time affected her health. So let's now read that article from the New York Post, 1999. This is from November 18th, 1999, and it's got some tea in it. Do you hear me? Diet pills, and this is what they're saying specifically. This article is online. Diet pills are the reason Moesha star Brandy collapsed and landed in the hospital. New reports claim the 20-year-old sitcom star had insisted that she was suffering from dehydration when she entered Senior Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles on November 10. But next week, National Enquirer quotes a source close to Brandy's UPN sitcom, this time on Moesha, as saying the actress and singer has been popping up to 4 different pills, at least one of which was prescribed. Okay? So it says the actress camp would not discuss the report. We have no information on that and will have no comment, her spokeswoman said. Brandy's nightmare began last season when she put on weight in her bust and thighs. Now, this is natural women weight, okay? Just probably a good body forming. This was so apparent that some people joke she might be pregnant. Then Brandy said she started taking 3 or 4 different pills. No one really thought much of it until Brandy returned to work this season, thin as a rail. All the extra weight was gone and then some. The star also became combative on set with her manager mom, Sonia Norwood, over the direction of her career. Inquirer reports adding that all the pressure boiled over November 8th. So let's put a pin in that. I am a Brandy background expert, and I know that Sonia Norwood, her mother, was one of the early momagers. She really should have coined the name before Ashanti's mom, but she's one of those like first ones that was the full-time momager. She is a favoritism parent, and she kind of chose Ray J over Brandy. So Brandy, although has the spotlight with us, she undergoed not having the spotlight in her household, and her mother was kind of mean to her. And her dad is more of a softer man, is what I'm going to say to be respectful. And they always said that when the mom would go off of these, on these rails on him and Brandy, the dad would be like, you know how your mom is, but he wouldn't really stick up and stand up to his wife. So Brandy, this caused her a lot of stress to be perfect. She's a megastar. This is not, little girls sing sometimes. Brandy was Brandy at that time. Moesha was, please, everybody knows Moesha was Moesha. And then you have a mom that's not all the way supportive, kind of hard on you, and favors your brother. That would have anybody passing out on set. So let's continue to read. She stomped over to producers and writers, slammed the script down in front of them, screaming, "This is a bunch of crap and I'm not doing it anymore," according to the tabloid source, then stormed off ranting and raving. I'm not mad at Brandy. She was at what we like to call the city of wits' end, okay? She was just tired. So she stomped over to producers and writers, slammed the script down. This is a bunch of crap. I'm not doing it. She stormed off ranting and raving. The next day, things got even worse when Brandy returned to the studio and fell to the floor screaming, "I can't do it anymore. I just can't," the source told the Inquirer. The day after that, Brandy entered the hospital, forcing her show to take an unscheduled hiatus. Production of her show has been stopped at least until Thanksgiving. So this is all the way back in 1999, leading to 2022, to where she literally was about to start having seizures when she was passing out 3 years ago. So we're really praying for Brandy's health, her mental state, all that she's endured with such grace, being in the industry for 30 years plus. Brandy, we love you, we stand with you, we pray for you, and you take all the time that you need.
So we at the Brandy and Monica concert, as you can see. To my little 2,000 followers on TikTok, and we're pissed.
Because how is it that the sound for Brandy goes out, but for Monica don't? Y'all told me y'all got no extra mics here at United in Chicago? Like, that's some bullshit.
Somebody got some explaining to do, Chicago.
And
United Center.
How you gonna just stop the show at Monica's song, "You Are Real"? That's not even a good song to stop that.
And no tea, no shade. We love you, Monica.
We love you, Monica.
But where was the duet for the end?
Like,
where was the explanation?
The whole show was called
We're
"The Boy Is
bamboozled.
Mine," and you didn't even do "The Boy Is Mine." Like, how you didn't do "The Boy Is Mine"?
Did we
but
miss that?
No, they didn't do it. They didn't do the duet. They didn't come out together.
Oh, we're pissed. And we're not going nowhere. I'm going to show y'all. This is what it look like out here. We all sitting here bamboozled. Bamboozlery.
You got Money Long that sang all her damn songs. You done got Kelly singing songs we ain't never heard of.
Everybody is stuck.
Frank, I feel like this is a little fake intermission, but I don't understand. There's a whole album she didn't touch. She didn't even sing.
We're confused. And then the music was delayed. Why y'all do my girl Brandy like that? And this is no tea, no shade to Monica, because I love Monica, but I'm a Brandy fan. I don't understand. We need answers.
Wait, so y'all talked all that stuff about Brandy needing to walk off stage and had no idea what y'all was talking about. I even saw people saying really weird thing in person, right? Just to find out that she literally had a health scare. Mind you, a few years back, she had another issue with her health. So With us losing all of these legends left to right and y'all crying and boo-hooing and making dedication videos, learn to have some grace and pray for people when you don't know what's going on, or at least reflect on their highest good if you don't believe in prayer when you don't know what's going on. Because she literally had a health scare. She had to go to a nearby doctor, and this was a statement she released, right? And people were literally talking trash, not knowing what happened. And if something would have happened to her, all of y'all would have been boo-hooing, singing dedication videos, posting all her old content, talking about how much you love her. Y'all think about that.
Follow for more.
Brandy released a statement following her exiting the Boys Mind tour stop in Chicago early. Last night was the third night of the Boys Mind tour, and Brandy left abruptly in the middle of the show. There was no explanation from the venue organizer. Monica had gone on stage right after that and had said to the audience to keep Brandy in their prayers. She did a couple of her songs, but the show ended abruptly after that. No one knows what happened. Now, people who are actually at the Chicago show said that there were some sound issues by the soundstage that Brandy was addressing. People that were in with the crew basically said that Brandy was taken to the hospital in an ambulance. She's now released a statement saying that last night she was experiencing dehydration due to the nonstop rehearsals and the back-to-back shows, as well as possible fainting spells. She still pushed through to try to go on, but the combination of the sound issues and her ongoing dehydration made it to where she had to leave the stage. She also gave love to Monica and the entire crew for continuing on while also making sure that she was okay. She did go to a doctor to get the proper care needed, and that they gave her the all clear to perform tonight, but the show will also be adjusted. The amount of people that ran to speculate regarding what happened has been egregious, and it's mainly from people that weren't even at the Chicago show. And even after Brandy stated that it was a combination of health issues as well as the sound not being right, people are still complaining. Would it have been better if she had passed out? It needs to be reminded that these women are in their mid-40s doing a multi-city tour. The first 3 shows were back-to-back, so yeah, your body is going to exhaust itself pretty quickly. That includes dehydration. Also, in regards to Monica being teary-eyed, D'Angelo literally just passed away last week. Of course she's going to get emotional when she doesn't know what's wrong with one of her girls. Thankfully, Brandy is okay and was able to get the care needed. I hope she and Monica are healthy enough to perform. Thankfully, there's a break in between Indianapolis and Nashville so that way they can both rest. I understand being irritated and mad about you spending all this money on tickets and possibly travel only to get half a show. But can we please give this performer some grace? You can compare and contrast them to other artists, but all in all, they all experience some form of health issue. Just because one can push through doesn't make any others any better. And we should all be praying to make sure that their health is intact so that way they can continue on with life and not just perform for us.
I saw footage of Brandy exiting the stage. She descended a few steps, still singing. You could hear the backtrack, but she was still singing, but it was faint. So I was like, oh, her voice was shaky. Maybe she's not feeling well. But in this particular clip, she goes to the sound engineers and she's doing something at the board. She doesn't faint or anything like that. Now, that's not to say that she didn't have a medical emergency. However, for insurance companies to cover you, there has to be some type of medical emergency because there's performance contracts for this tour. All of them signed performance contracts. And I'm not sure the contents of their performance contract, obviously, with Live Nation. However, I'm pretty sure that there has to be a percentage of how much the artist has to perform to not be penalized. Or medical emergency. Remember, Toni Braxton, many years ago during her first Vegas residency, when she had a medical emergency and could not finish the residency, she thought that her insurance company would cover her, but they sued her. Remember back in the day? Maybe some entertainment attorneys can chime in, but I'm not saying that Brandy is not dehydrated. I will never say that she's not dehydrated and that she didn't have a medical emergency. I'm just saying when she exited the stage, descended those few steps, went to the sound engineers and was doing something on the board, it didn't look like dehydration. Now, could she have immediately then gone to the hospital? I'm pretty sure. And how can she perform the very next day? IV drips will do wonders, trust me. So maybe she had a IV drip or whatever they did at the hospital and to make her ready to perform today. But I'm just saying, from the footage, it looked like it was sound and not dehydration.
Okay, so these were some of the comments that I saw under the video. Okay, this woman says this. Now, look, y'all know I love Brandy, but this is what she says. I was her nurse in the 1990s, and the news said that the same thing back then. She had dehydration. I'm going to say this without saying too much. Do you think it was truly dehydration time and time over and over again? Yes, I worked at the Cedars-Sinai Hospital. I'm retired now. Someone said it doesn't sound like it to me to walk off stage and go straight to the stage technician instead of running to your dressing room. Okay. They always say it's dehydration when they're sick. Exactly. It sounds like drugs. That's what they're saying. One person believes that Brandy is on drugs and this is what's really going on. I hope and pray that's not true. Okay, Monica came on the stage emotional, but people took it as a green light to start rumors that it was beef again. The whole time she was worried about Brandy. She probably used the sound issues to catch her breath, and that's when it happened. People don't care. Okay, there's no excuse for that. She's a veteran, but we saw Beyonce dangling from a car over the stage. The show went on. We saw a machine almost punch Beyonce and she was off her mark. The show went on. We've seen the sound or music be a little bit off, but Beyonce continued to sing. She'll sing someone is getting fired, but the show goes on. Brandy could have stopped the song and just said, the music is off, let's try this again. Unprofessional and zero excuse as a veteran and as a legend. She don't play about that sound for real. That's because she relies on lip singing and can't afford to have sound issues. She should have at least given an explanation. Baby, Brandy does not, I'm not saying she hasn't lip sing before, but Brandy sounds just like she does. This woman does not rely on lip singing. They literally call her the vocal Bible. Brandy does not have to rely on lip singing. Now that's some BS, a lie from the pit of hell. Okay, I call BS. So many other ways she could have handled this. Y'all know she will lie in a minute. She could have easily gone back to let people know she wasn't feeling well. So a lot of people are pissed, and understandably, you have waited years. And the concert just happened out the blue. I mean, they didn't even have the money to come to see her. So this is a once in a lifetime type of thing. And this happens, you're there and she walks off and you don't know what's going on. Also, there were a lot of comments under the videos comparing Brandy to Beyonce and how Beyonce is more professional and she would never do her fans like that. And I mean, Beyonce is very professional. We have seen that. Okay, but I also get irritated when people it was other stuff being said, this Brandy and Beyonce. I'm like, first of all, Brandy is who Beyonce wanted to be. That's the key thing I said, who she wanted to be, as far as a career, who I'm sure she probably looked up to. And yes, Beyonce became big, and some would say, oh, she surpassed Brandy. First of all, you have to understand something. Brandy is Beyonce before Beyonce. Understand what I'm saying? Brandy was a megastar. She's still a megastar. She's a legend. Brandy, hit after hit, actual R&B music, okay? Getting into film, her TV show, the first Black Cinderella, a cover girl. This is before TikTok and YouTube, before social media. Understand that. People keep trying to compare the legends of today to the legends right before the rise of big time social media. It makes no sense to me. Brandy was selling albums, not this streaming service stuff, and the industry is not even the same. Brandy was mega. Barbie dolls, commercials, everyone loving Brandy. on the level of Beyonce before Beyonce even had her career take off. Stop playing with us and stop insulting our greats who are still alive. Just because Beyonce has been dominating for years, because the industry is not even pushing out that many women singers anyway. And yes, Beyonce has worked hard. Doesn't mean you just get to disregard the women before her who paved the way for her, who she probably more than likely looked up to and who still was making music. It's not like when they stopped making music. They used to call it the 15 minutes of fame thing. Beyonce has had longevity. And that's why people keep pretending like, oh, like Beyonce is just the only one. Baby, before Beyonce, okay, mega stars, Beyonce is a little bit more pop and stuff. We're talking about R&B. Okay, Brandy, megastar, Toni Braxton, Janet Jackson, Aaliyah, Maya, Monica. Okay, of course, Mariah Carey. Just to name a few. There are others, Patti LaBelle. Okay, I mean, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of people acting like she's the only damn one just because we have social media and she's been famous and holding it down for a while. And Brandy was before her. Brandy had a child. Brandy, I mean, she's done it all. So you can please stop trying to compare Brandy to Beyonce, because in my opinion, Brandy is bigger to me. I said to me than Beyonce, because I actually grew up with Brandy and I literally saw who Brandy was and still is. But damn it, she's old. She's older. She's not very old, but she's older. And she was huge. A Gen Z person they don't know. They weren't there. I mean, damn, before Beyonce even went solo, there were other women who were dominating in R&B music and who were big stars. Especially, I keep repeating, R&B, not doing necessarily always pop. We know Aaliyah passed away right before Beyonce went solo, and she had a really good career. I mean, damn. And again, we didn't have TikTok and YouTube and stuff. You had a few little things with the internet and stuff, but it was nothing like what you see today, which helps artists' careers. Okay? People actually went to buy albums, actually listen to the radio just to hear them. Megastar. Brandy is not no has-been, baby. Brandy is a mega star. She already did the damn thing before Beyonce, the same thing she doing. So some of y'all gonna stop sleeping on Brandy just because you didn't grow up knowing her impact and you don't know who you really looking at, a living legend in the damn flesh. You can miss me with that, with all of what Brandy has done. And Monica as well, but especially Brandy, mega star. Okay? But yes, Brandy, I feel, look, people wanted a more professional explanation for this happening. Again, I really want to see them, and it would be a nightmare to pay that money and walk off stage and we don't know what the hell is going on. Apparently, again, she's had dehydration issues for a minute. She has. And we don't know if it's drugs, like some people have said, pills, and we don't know if there's a health issue. I hope it's not. I hope she gets better. And I hope people get refunded, to be honest. It's not fair to pay that much money and come and I don't even hear the songs and you walk off. Okay, it happened. I got to see you, but I do want some of my money back. Okay, and I heard people are filing complaints. And for people who get triggered for what I said, look, Beyonce has made a name for herself. She's a part of the Black American legacy. Okay, she has earned her place in music history. I'm just saying, I'm tired of people having amnesia, forgetting who the greats were before Beyonce went solo. Okay? I'm sick of it. I'm tired of people pretending like we didn't grow up with some major heavy hitter women in music with hit after hit that everybody of all races love. Brandy was the one. Before she was Beyonce, before Beyonce. She was doing things that you didn't see happening. I repeat again, the first Black Cinderella, not to mention her man was an Asian man with the interracial. in a diverse group, white, Asian, black, Hispanic, all on that cast. Not something you always saw. CoverGirl, Moesha, I Know What You Did Last Summer, getting into film, making hair braids popular. Her music videos, soundtrack of our lives, when music soundtracks actually was a big deal. VH1 Divas, one of the biggest shows you could be a part of when VH1 actually played music. And Brandy was a part of those women. The only women who got to sing on VH1 Divas were major heavy hitter women. Okay, you had Brandy, Mariah Carey, Shania Twain, Celine Dion, Tina Turner, Beyonce. You had to be great to be on that show when it aired. So I'm not going to have people try to downplay who the hell Brandy is, because if you are Gen Z or Gen Alpha, well, you don't really know. You weren't there to see it. And it wasn't that damn long ago. Okay, that's what I have to say. That's what I'm not playing. Y'all know how I get when it comes to Brandy, because she did the thing before you see what you see today, in 2025, and how the industry has actually gone down, and we don't even get music like what Brandy was making. And, again, relying on streaming. You can buy streams. You actually had to go and buy them damn albums and stuff. So, she was doing it. Brandy don't have to prove a damn thing as far as her legacy and her impact and who she is. Okay. I guarantee you Beyonce looked up to her before she even became who she was. So, and they're not even that extremely far apart in age, by the way. So I'm just saying, because I'm looking through these comments, seeing all these comparisons. Now, it is true, Beyonce is very professional. I do see Beyonce handling that a little bit different or something. So, but Brandy never got into trouble, and that's why people loved her good girl image, and hearing these things about the pill diets and stuff. And it's believable. I remember, how thin women were. I mean, damn spinal cords and rib cages showing, being promoted all over the place. So, and a lot of pressure. So I hope Brandy is okay. And I hope that this doesn't happen again. Okay. So that is it for this video. And these are all 3 great women in music up here. All right. So before I go, check out this amazing company again. If you want some great soaps and hair shampoos and oils and butters, unearthbodycare.com. That's the founder right there, LaDanya Stanback. And baby, again, amazing products, amazing prices, very professional, and I love to see it. So check her out, and I thank you. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. What is your opinion? Or how many of you are actually going to this tour, this concert? Let me know in the comment section if you're going to see Brandy and Monica. And how do you feel after hearing this? Because I'm not going to lie, I have some anxiety. I'm thinking, if I get to go, will this happen again? Because that will piss me off. It would. And it's not, again, times are hard right now, and this concert is happening. And the tickets, if you want to see her very close up, the best seats are like over $400. The best prices are way far back. And, I don't want to be way far back to see her and everything, her and Monica. So, what do you think about this? Do you think Brandy was really dehydrated? Do you like her, the way she handled it? And do you want to go to this concert? Let us know in the comment section. You all take care. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that hype button, baby, and that like button, and hit the bell if you subscribe so you know when I'm live and when I'm uploading. Okay, so you all take care. Bye, everybody.